Hey, this is Carrie with Canary Quilts, and it's block number 1 of the 2024 Designer Mystery Block of the Month. I have done the last 2 years, and I have enjoyed this quilt along so much, and I'm really looking forward to 2024 because we have a different color palette than the last 2 years. The last 2 years have been greens and blues, very comforting. Again, we have more comforting colors, but we're working with like mint greens and reds and pinks. It's going to be really pretty. So this is block number 1, designed by Sutton at bunnyhill.com. That's what it looks like. And this is a very beginner block. Usually I say they're not too hard, not too easy. This was pretty easy to put together. I mean, it might have taken me 15 or 20 minutes to put this together. Probably took me as long to cut the fabrics. I'm not complaining about that at all. I love doing these blocks. These blocks, if you haven't seen this quilt yet, are going to be going into houses. So I opened the finishing kit in my last box opening, and I will put a link to that up here and in the description down below if you want to take a look at what came in the box. But that's what the quilt's going to look like, and each block that's going in it is a mystery until we get it. So I'm going to hopefully between this month and next month start cutting out the pieces to make these house blocks. I could even start the flowers if I wanted to. But I would like to start getting these into houses to see what they look like as we go, and even maybe putting rows together. Yeah, looks like we could probably start putting rows together after the first 3 months. So the fabrics we're using is called My Summer House Fabric Collection by Sutton for Bunny Hill Designs for Moda Fabrics. It's going to be more of a muted fabric palette compared to what we did in the last 2 years, which I'm really looking forward to. I'm excited to work with a different color palette this year. So I am going to just kind of go through this first block, show you kind of how I put it together, and let you see what it looks like in the end. So hit the subscribe button, notification bell if you want to go on this 2024 Designer Mystery Block of the Month journey with me. Let me know how it's going for you. I know someone who has already cut out all their finishing kit, so that's going fast. I need to do that, but it's going to take me probably the next month to do that, and I'll probably show you all that next month. So let's get started on our block number 1, and it is called Peaceful Heart. I didn't mention that. The first block's called Peaceful Heart. Here we go. The 2024 Designer Mystery Block of the Month. Block number 1. This one was designed by Sutton from Bunny Hill. And that is the fabrics that we're going to be using this year. It's called My Summer House Fabric Collection by Sutton of Bunny Hill Designs for Moda Fabrics. So you get plenty of fabric in each one of your month packages. You could do 2 blocks. I think there's a Facebook group for the Designer Mystery Block of the Month, and it's been a while since I've been on it, but Fat Quarter Shop may put out their dimensions to make smaller blocks. The same block, but in a smaller version. So you could check that out too. But we are making 12.5 inch by 12.5 inch blocks, and then these blocks are going to go inside of houses in the entire quilt. So I'm not doing the house part today. I probably will start it in between this month and next month. Just doing the block today, and looking ahead, this is going to be a pretty easy block. It's pretty much squares and rectangles, except we're going to be doing these corner flip and stitches on the heart. So these are the pieces that I've cut. The heart is going to, we've got 2 pieces here, and the heart is going to have 2 little pieces on the top that we're going to stitch and flip, and 1, I should say, 1 larger piece on the bottom for each one to stitch and flip. And then we have these corners, which are going to go on the green to make this strip. We've got these that are going to go next to the hearts, and then these are going to go on the top and bottom. So it's going to be pretty easy. So to get started, we will want to take these, and you'll want to draw a diagonal on the back of each of the squares you have here. And then you're just going to want to cut the corners off on each side at the top, which with these two. And then on the bottom, the pattern tells you to do it one way for one and the other way for the other one. So I'm going to get that done. I'm going to get these put onto each side of two of these pieces here. So then we can just put the black together. So it's pretty easy start to this year. Now remember that we do have to make a house that goes around this. I don't think that's very hard either, but I wonder if all the blocks are going to be this simple going ahead, but we'll see. There's different designers each month. So I'm going to get these sewn up and these sewn up, and then we'll put our block together. All right, before I go over to the iron, I just wanted to show you that I put two pieces on my pink at one time just to stay at the machine, and then I put these pieces on down here. So I'm going to take these over to the machine, I'm going to iron towards the corners, and then I'm going to add these pieces to the opposite sides. There's my two heart halves, and I'm going to put them together, and then we just put the block together. It's going to be pretty easy. We're going to put these two pieces on each side of the hearts. Pretty cute. What I like to just kind of consolidate everything I'm doing over at the machine as much as I can. So that's why I did two corners at once and these at the same time, these strips. All right, line your seams up and sew it up. There's my center heart, and then I put the edges onto the heart. Now we just put our strips together. And this block will be done. Like I said, comfort blocks. I like the fact that we're working with different colors than blues and greens like we have been in the last 2 years. Also, I felt like for the last 2 years the background was the exact same fabric. It just felt like we were working with the exact same background fabric for 2 years in a row. So I'm liking the polka dot. And when you get out into the quilt part of it, it's going to be a colorful polka dot. So there we go. I'm going to get my strips put together and it'll be pretty. Designer Mystery Block of the Month for 2024. Block numero uno. Designed by Sutton from bunnyhill.com. It's called Peaceful Heart is done. That was, usually I say they're not too hard, not too easy. That one was pretty easy. I would not call that a hard block at all. That is a pretty much beginner block. So, really pretty. I'm loving the color palette this year so far. And I think I'll love it for the rest of the year. So, let me know what you think. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button, notification bell. And if you're new here, I want to show off that this is how much fabric you get left in with the fabric that you get each month with the patterns. So you get quite a bit of fabric, enough to make 2 blocks or do something else with it. So it's really worth the price. And if they do have it still open, I'll have a link down in the description below. But anyway, have fun doing your block one. Let me know how it goes for you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.